our industry is going through a seismic shift. And just as the GitHub explained in their blog, when they started getting ready for the 10x scale to be ready by last October, they realized by February of this year that they need to be ready for 30x scale. And of course, that kind of scale just puts pressure on every part of the developer infrastructure, and it goes beyond source. It goes into the build pipelines, the CI pipelines, and everything from that point all the way through the release. And so we are living through this moment. We've also seen what breaks at scale. And now many of our customers are experiencing this. Typically, when we get a call from engineering teams, they're trying to optimize build performance. But very quickly, build performance, optimizing for performance leads to economics. And many of you have seen these shifts within our customers that month one, performance at any cost. Month two, finance looks at the costs and it's optimized cost and don't touch performance. Slow builds become bottleneck for growth. We're starting to see momentum in the industry with more and more companies recognizing. So forward-looking companies like Databricks are also recognizing the fact that now with the agent development, the focus is shifting. And verification is the new frontier that we all are tackling.
We were already using Bazel, but it was all full of local execution and no remote caching at all. So there was a moment in time where, as we scaled through the COVID period, where we grew a lot in headcount, and we also started to also grow in how many more validations we wanted to add to our CI pipelines. The time to merge and time to production started to reduce and become slower and slower, to the point that the company was noticing.
2026 is the year of Bazel. This is the moment we've been waiting for. The problems that before were preventing them from adopting Bazel are now becoming easier to solve with AI. So Iterable used Claude to accelerate their Bazel migration. Our position on this is very simple. We built EngFlow being ready for this kind of adoption in the market. We're seeing that AI infrastructure is requiring new levels of investment, and the teams are making that investment in Bazel. And of course, EngFlow is the company here with the highest concentration of Bazel expertise, and also the platform that is most scalable. And so this is what we've become over the past 6 years. We built a company that is the leader in builds at scale. As I mentioned at BazelCon last year, we are operating largest remote execution clusters outside Google. And this past year, we've seen even more momentum and growth in such clusters. We're now reaching new levels of scale. So in just 1 year, across all of our customer clusters, we have seen growth from 250 million actions per week to almost 2 billion. The challenge is to help our customers convert the AI-driven developer productivity into organization-level development productivity. So you code, you review, and then you need to ship. And to ship, you need to guarantee that you are able to build tested and secure shippable artifacts. And that is what EngFlow is uniquely positioned to provide.
I think we were lucky that we finished our migration to EngFlow last year. If we had not done that change, we would be suffering much more today.
We've seen some reports from our customers that have increased the load by 50% with a much smaller cost increase of under 13%. Bazel plus build management at scale is the substrate for AI Air developer experience. And actually, I would want to correct, not even developer experience, development experience, because it's not just developers developing anymore.
As we talk about agents running more autonomously, that bottleneck that Albert was just talking about we're becoming laser focused on it, because that's going to become the next bottleneck. The agents can't get their stuff through the merge queue, or the agents are just taking too long to do all these builds, or will drown in a sea of cloud costs. We're seeing that times that used to be quiet, like you see in that graph there during December, they're not as quiet as they used to be, because people have to keep you got to token max people. So people are keeping their agents running over Christmas or overnight. And so our merge queue kind of never gets the time to rest.
single incident can cost millions for a company, lost productivity time. And we also seen increased awareness about that among our customers, where there's really low tolerance for failure. And we're essentially becoming mission critical for company to operate well at scale.